Here's TV's very own Mr. Magic, Jonathan Ross. Thank you very much. How you doing? Happy to see you. Very lovely to see you. Thank you very much indeed. Well, hello and welcome to Penn and Teller Fool Us, where we pit some of the brightest rising stars of magic against two of the greatest magicians of all time. And we have some amazing tricks and illusions to bamboozle you tonight. Over the next hour, you'll be left scratching your head like Wayne Rooney trying to finish his first Sudoku. Or even trying to start his first Sudoku. The talent in the studio is quite incredible. Backstage there, the magicians have miraculously produced more flowers than you'd find on a petrol station on Mother's Day. It's incredible. Joking aside, and that kind of was a joke. We have some illusionists who believe they're at the very top of their game right here this evening, and they're going to have to be if they're going to fool two men I like to think of as the original Little and Large of entertainment, Penn and Teller.
Hey, welcome to Vegas. My name is Penn Gillette, my partner Teller. We're Penn and Teller. We've been performing here at the Rio Hotel for 10 years. Vegas loves magic. Our job is fooling people, but now we want to be fooled. So we're challenging magicians to come up with their favorite tricks and perform them for us. And if anyone can fool us, we'll pay for them to come and perform here on our stage in Las Vegas. But be warned, if we can figure out how the trick is done, we're going to say, well, I'm going to say. But the risk will be worth it, because the winners will get to experience this. No. You got to go around that way. The winner will get to experience this. Come on, guys. Give it your best shot. Fool us.
Quite simply, the biggest thing to come out of Vegas since Charlie Sheen's minibar bill. Will you please welcome Penn and Teller? We've told people already, but we should say it again. You have no idea as to what kind of acts, what kind of people, what kind of illusions you're going to see this evening.
No, the security here is amazing. We're not even allowed in the halls. We haven't even seen the other magicians.
You haven't seen any. You've got no idea at all. We do have the cream of conjurers backstage. I know that sounds like a soup, but what I mean is we have some of the very best food we can find. They're ready to come out. Are you ready to start?
I believe we are.
Take your seats, gentlemen. It's Penn and Teller. Let's see some hats. Let's meet our first wannabe fooler. Mark Shortland.
I'm Mark Shortland, I'm 42 and I'm a magician from Northampton. I'd count myself as a lucky person. I'm the sort of person that never seems to have a really bad round of golf, or if I need a few quid then it just appears from nowhere. I was 26 when I came into magic. Fantastic. So I've been doing it for 16 years now. I used to be a canoe instructor, then foot and mouth disease hit. I wasn't able to do the canoeing anymore.
Oh, yes.
So I thought I'd hang up my paddle and give magic a go and use some of that luck in the tricks I do. Tonight, the trick that I'm going to do is going to rely solely on chance. The reason why I think it's going to fool Penn and Teller this evening is because they're going to be looking for some kind of logical explanation, but actually there isn't really one.
He calls himself Mr. Lucky. Let's hope he gets lucky here tonight. It's Mark Shortland.
My name's Mark Shortland. I'm here to do a little trick for you this evening. I'm not going to use sleight of hand. I'm not going to use misdirection. Tonight I'm using luck, and for that I have this with me. This is the universal symbol of luck, a dice. I need somebody to hold it onto it for me. Jonathan, are you feeling lucky?
Oh, I'm always feeling lucky.
Perfect. Hold on to that, ladies and gentlemen. Jonathan Ross.
Thank you.
Excellent. Now, Jonathan, I've got some envelopes just here. These are just random envelopes. Okay. We know that. It says so on them.
Yes.
Okay, what I need you to do is just mix them up for me.
Okay.
Okay, just give them a little shuffle up.
Make them even more random.
Absolutely. I've also got some mobile phones as well. Okay. What I need you to do for me, if you don't mind, is pop a mobile phone in each of the envelopes.
Do you want me to hold the dice?
You can put that down or put it in. Put it in.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, just pop one in. I'm not going to look, so pop it in and then seal it up.
Seal it? Seal it?
Oh, no, it's just a push down. It's not a licky sticky. It's fine. While you're doing that, I'll entertain the audience with a couple of jokes. So there's two fish in a tank, and one says to the other one, "Can you drive this thing?" Yeah, if you could be a bit quicker, Jonathan, that'd be really handy.
Well, I'm doing 3 or 4 things over here.
There's two monkeys in a bath. One said to the other one, and the other one said, "We'll put some more cold water in then." I really need you to hurry up here, Jonathan. These are not quite going according to plan.
Hold on.
How many, are we good? Are we
really good, but I've got, there's one envelope left over.
There's one envelope left over. Just stick your phone in that. You've got a phone on you, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got a phone on me.
Yeah, put that in there.
This is my actual phone, okay?
It's your phone? Yeah.
It's
Put that
my
in.
phone.
Yeah, put it in. It'd be cool. Trust me. What could possibly go wrong? I mean, look at the shirt. I dressed myself. How bad can it be? Just give him a little mix-up, Jonathan, when you're done. Are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay, cool. Now, just in case you happen to carry on and know which one yours is in, I'm just going to mix them up as well. Okay, now, I've got some stickers just here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. I need you to put a sticker onto each one.
Okay. Well,
Great. That's number 4, 3, number 2, number 5, and number 6. Smashing. What I've also got here is I've got a little shaker.
okay.
Okay. So, yes, exactly. So if I just take that, we're going to pop that in there like that. Okay, and then you're going to shake it up. Okay, and whatever number we get, we're going to get rid of the envelope. That's easy enough, isn't it? We'll just put it off on one side. So just shake.
Okay. It's my phone. It's not like
Yeah,
a
no,
pop phone.
it's fine. Number 3.
Number 3.
Okay, so we're going to get rid of number 3. So it just goes over on the side.
Oh, that's
Fine.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I've got this as well. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, we got rid of that one. Let's go again.
I'll be honest with you. Maybe we should just find out now if you fooled them already. And then we can... What are the odds of still in
Come
my
on, be a
phone?
man.
Okay, here we go.
Do it again.
Number 4.
Number 4, fantastic. Let's do it. Number 4. Now, if you saw yours again, would you recognise it? If we do break yours, don't worry. I've got an app that we can fix it with. Okay.
Number 6.
Number 6.
Number 6 is there. Number 6 shouldn't have been the one.
Okay, you do that one. Just do it. Take all those timed out phone hasn't worked. You know, it's already gone hello.
If I do it, it's my phone. It's not going to make it any
Exactly, it
better.
makes a difference. Everybody's saying you've done number 6. Come on, give it a welly. You've just taken out the audience
Wow,
just then. Fantastic. Sorry about that. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 5 left. Shake it again.
Sorry about the head wound, but it's not my phone. That's the difference. Okay, so spinning.
1, 2,
2,
2.
Wow, it's got it wrong.
No, that's a white one. That's fine. It's not yours. We've got 1 and 5 left. 1 and 5. It's down to 50-50. 50-50. I tell you what, Penn, you're a big man. You could probably use this quite well, couldn't you?
I sure could.
Come on, up there.
I got something. You can do one.
Because I
don't know whether you should do it. Oh, man.
I think you killed it.
You savage. You come over here and you smash our phones.
He's a happy man, isn't he?
I enjoyed that.
Think about this.
Yeah,
You mixed up all the envelopes. You put the phones in the envelopes.
Yes.
You stuck the stickers on.
I did.
Then you rolled the dice that I gave you before we even started the
that's
whole
right.
process.
And it was random. I would attest to that.
And we ended up with this one, number 1.
On phone left. I'm hoping this is good news.
To be honest, so am I.
Yes, it is my phone. Great job. Very impressive. A bit nerve-wracking, but great stuff. Well done, Mark. That was great, wasn't it? Wow, okay. Mr. P and Mr. T, if you want to confer. Oh, good. And I'm relieved, even more relieved than all the other acts. Does it go wrong ever? I mean, I'm assuming that was what you wanted to happen at the end.
Yeah, that's the plan. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
No,
have you ever had a nasty...
I've had close calls.
Yeah.
But it's never actually completely gone wrong.
Okay.
I've only ever done it once before where I was doing it with glasses, and when I pulled them out, I thought, oh no, they're cracked. And it turned out they were bifocal. So that was fine.
It was a hugely entertaining act for us. Now let's find out whether Penn and Teller know what you've done or whether you've managed to fool them. Fellas, did he fool you?
The die that you were handling, would you be at all upset if we wanted to look at that die? Because that's the real crux of what we've got. Can we look at the die?
If you want to.
I'd like to look at the die. Because on this die, I believe, if I'm not, okay, I don't know how to get into this. How do I get into the box here?
Oh, sorry. If you can't get into the box.
Look with your eyes.
I can look with, can I hold the box and look with my eyes? Because I see there's a number 2 that's come up. There's number 3 that's come up. There's number 6 that's come up.
We could be
There's
here a
number 6
while.
that's come up. Have you noticed a pattern here?
There's no 4.
There's number 6 that's come up. I just think, and I think we'll agree with this, you are really, really lucky. He is so lucky. Such a lucky guy. So lucky. So lucky.
Lucky, and he gave us a great act.
Great.
It was great fun. He didn't fall on, but he gave us a great bit of entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mark Shortland. You can go and take your positions again. We've got some other great performers though for you, so don't go away. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back to Fool Us, with the chance to perform in Vegas with Penn and Teller on offer to any magician who can come on and fool them. Let's get straight on with meeting our next act. Mathieu Biche.
My name is Mathieu Biche. I'm from Paris, France. 18 years ago, I found a book that was explaining a few card tricks, and I fall in love with that art. I think magic all the day, all the night, and I never stop. My tricks are used by magicians all over the world. My creativity process is all at night, because around me everybody is sleeping. I'm alone with all the ideas, and it's much easier for me to reach and grab one. Tonight I'm going to perform a trick I created in 2000. It's going to be a real puzzle for Penn and Teller.
You know, I had a feeling this is going to be great. I know he's good already because he's managed to make Penn's hair disappear from your head and appear on the top of his. Will you please welcome Mathieu Biche, ladies and gentlemen.
Bonsoir. I would like that all of you pick a card. We want a random card. So to get a random card, we are going to use this balloon. Throw it in the audience to select people, okay? Yeah. Please, Penn, you can grab the balloon up and throw it in the audience anywhere you want. Yeah.
First, want to check it out.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, you can stand up. Please stand up. In a deck of cards, I have red card and black cards. Which one you want?
Red.
Red cards. Okay, can you throw the balloon somewhere else? So, in the red card, we have hearts and diamonds. Which one do you want?
Diamonds.
Diamonds. Okay, throw the ball. In the diamonds, we have high card and low card. Which one do you want?
High.
High card. Throw the ball away. Okay, and last one, stand up, please. So between the high card, let's say 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King. Which one do you want?
9.
9. Good. If I remember everything, that is a diamond, red, and it's a 9 of diamond. On the table, I have a box, and in this box, I have a very special deck of cards. It's special because I have only 3 printed cards in that deck. And I hope they will be linked, they will match with the 9 of diamonds. Music, please.
Formidable, as they say, but that was incredible. I got goosebumps at the end. Did you get that feeling? That was just about, I think, one of the most spectacular illusions I've ever seen.
Thank you.
Do you think you will have fooled them with that?
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
They are really top guys.
Yeah, they are the top in their profession. As always, Penn is doing most of the talking, Teller's doing most of the listening. Is this something you made, or...?
Yeah.
So this is an illusion created by you?
Creation, yeah. It's pretty original.
Yeah, pretty original. Could you create a trick for me so I can come on here, perhaps wearing a sombrero and a beard and a poncho, and fool them?
You need a...
I'm not going to go that far. I'm not that desperate. Okay. Although it's coming. Okay.
Oh, boy, that's a good trick. That's an astonishing trick. And first thing we're going to look at is if there was any sort of force of the card. Once there's a force of the card, that trick becomes trivial. The most important part of this trick is for you to convince the audience that that was a free choice of the card. The throwing the ball around absolutely did that. You did not know what card was going to be picked when this trick started. Yeah, okay. Usually magicians, even things they don't care about, they actually do care about. You didn't care at all that your cards were in that box to start. That was just nice, that was just fancy, that was just beautiful, the box doesn't matter. Well, We think the box does matter, and we think the box has more than one deck in it, let's put it that way. And we also think that one of the big secrets is how good you are at sleight of hand.
I'm going to ask you this question then, because if I've understood correctly, you're saying that he's using more than one deck here.
There's other stuff in the box besides the one deck.
Okay, I can tell you.
Can I show?
Possibility. Do you have one other possibility, Jonathan?
Well, no, you can't.
One more possibility.
Okay.
You fooled us.
Yeah. You know, you weren't even close. You're going to Vegas. Matthew Beach. I know how it's done.
You do?
No. Okay, it's time now to meet our next contender, ladies and gentlemen.
Young and Strange. I'm Sam Strange. I'm Richard Young. And together we are, I'd say, slightly above average, slightly, illusionists. I got into magic at about the age of 18. How long have you been in it for it? Since I was 8. So basically, to summarise, raw talent, that's work for it. Richard and I have been a double act for a couple of years now. Not very long, really. As you're about to find out, around here, we're pretty big names. You go out in the street, someone accosts you. Hi, can you sign my chest? No, sir, I'm not going to sign your chest. My family are pretty supportive.
Yes, the tricks are truly, truly incredible. I'm very proud of.
I don't really know what my mum and dad think, to be honest.
Well, I just wish you'd get a proper job, really.
The trick that we're performing tonight with Penn and Teller is a large stage illusion, and it's pretty special because Sam built it himself earlier this week, especially for tonight, so it's going to be pretty good. Tonight? Yeah, I told you a month ago it's tonight.
Oh, hold on.
Can we cut this?
So this evening, they are hoping to prove that they are as magical a double act as Ant and Dec, the only difference being that these two are fully grown. Here they are. It's Young and Strange.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honour and a privilege to be here this evening. But first of all, I should explain the problem with our act is that we are, of course, two guys. And any great illusion act should contain a glamorous magic assistant. No offence intended, Penn and Teller. So Richard and I flipped this coin backstage, and unfortunately Richard lost, so...
Can I have a look at that coin?
Sadly, there isn't time, Richard, because you now have to talk the audience through the spectacular mystery trunk illusion.
The spectacular mystery trunk illusion is a box which Sam built earlier this week.
It is crafted out of the finest English oak.
Which makes it ridiculously heavy.
It has a domed lid.
Which was time-consuming and unnecessary.
And also 2 coats of high-quality gloss.
Yeah, clearly 2 coats of gloss. Now, what you're about to witness is a feat of escapology. I've been training hard, and to be a world-class escapologist, you need a few things. Strength, determination, focus, and most importantly...
You need a box, and we have a box. Now, historically, escapologists would place the box on top of a roll of carpet.
So tonight we will put Sam's brand new box on top of a brand new roll of carpet.
Lino. A roll of lino, because we couldn't afford the carpet today, so...
Why can't we afford carpet?
Well, that's solid oak.
Brilliant. Lino. We'll put it on top of a roll of lino then. Now, also inside of this box, there is a bag. The bag will make my escape even more difficult because when I'm tied inside it, I'll have no access to the lid, to the lock, or to the hinges. So this is it, my big moment live in this studio, in high definition.
In a tutu. So, Richard Young, if you can climb into the bag now, please, with style and panache. OK, then, just climb into the bag. I will now tie Richard Young inside of the bag, and I will secure the bag in place with a lid. I will secure the lid shut with this padlock. Everything is now in place for Richard to try and escape from the trunk, beating his own personal best record live in front of you, which is just under 3 hours, I think.
2 hours 51.
Sorry, it's 2 hours and 51. So all I need now is a flag and some cheesy music, please. Thank you.
It's a kind of magic. It's a kind of magic.
which one's young, which one's strange?
Young.
Young and strange. Penn and Teller, who are kind of old and weird, I guess. I've got a vantage point over there, so I can see that, but also I can see their faces, and they did look genuinely baffled at one stage there. So I'm hoping that you're in with a good chance. How confident do you feel that you've managed to fool them?
We're not confident
No,
at
we're
all,
not-
are
yeah.
we? We hoped that it all looked a bit rubbish until the last 10 seconds. That was it.
That's what I based my whole career on. Penn, I'm going to stop you right there. I think you've had more than enough time. It was a great act to start with. I think you'll agree.
It's a great act, and I will pay you back for the old and weird comment. You know, we have a soft spot in our heart for double acts, and this was great. This trick you just saw is a more elaborate and more modern version of the trick that was Houdini's, the backbone of his act for his whole career. I think it was about the time you pulled out the flag, Teller said, "Real girl in the box, he'll be in the back." So once we heard that, all we have to check really, you do not have trapdoors, I will tell everybody here, and I will say it's a brilliant use of the choreography of your ampersand screen here. Let me just ask you, you're a team, we're a team. If we knew every single move that you made and every single prop, would we, if we knew everything, would we be able to do that act?
Thanks for your time.
Thanks so much for your time. I don't think we need to know anymore.
You two are such fabulous performers that secret, kept quiet the rest of your lives, will make you one of the best magic acts the world's ever seen.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, gentlemen. Great work. I can get it away, though. He has the rare gift of teleportation.
That was it, yeah.
Okay, we're going to have a quick break. Please don't go away. We'll be back real soon. Welcome back to Fool Us. So far, tonight, we have seen some tremendous acts, and one person is going to Vegas. That's right, Matthew Abyss is going to Las Vegas. Incredible performance. Okay, you all know the deal by now. It's time to meet our next contender.
Daniel Madison.
My name's Daniel Madison. The style of sleight of hand that I do is based on card cheating. I'm more interested in the techniques and the methods and the psychology behind the deception, whereas the magician is usually more interested in trying to fool somebody. The thing I love most about handling a deck of cards is the control. It's something of an obsession. My sleight of hand and the things I can do with the deck of playing cards, it's all self-taught. I started learning little bits of magic later on. I've been making a living teaching sleight of hand for the past 10 years. If I did manage to fool Penn and Teller, although I'd be taken to Vegas, I might have to spend my whole time in a hotel room because I don't think the casinos would let me in.
He's a self-confessed cheat, hustler and con man. You might have thought he'd become an estate agent on MP, but no, his first love was magic. Will you please welcome Daniel Madison?
June 14th, 1930, there was a card cheat called Walter Irving Scott. He managed to fool some of the world's most amazing magicians by demonstrating an ability to deal winning poker hands from a shuffled deck of cards. And he did this blindfolded. A lot of speculation followed these stories as to whether the deck that he used was borrowed or his own. Any magician can deal aces or a winning poker hand from his own deck. Tonight, I'm going to attempt to deal a winning poker hand from a deck of cards I've never handled before. And in honour of Walter Irving Scott, I'm going to attempt to do it wearing a blindfold. At this point, Penn and Teller, can I invite you to join me at the card table, please? Thank you very much. Nice to meet you. Can you please inspect the blindfold? Make sure it's not see-through. I asked you to bring along a deck of cards I can use. Can you take the cards out of the box for me? Give them a thorough shuffle. I'm going to put the blindfold on. Are you satisfied that there's no peeking going on? Or are you happy with that?
I'm pretty happy, yeah.
Okay. Right. Once you're satisfied with the shuffle deck, if you can put it in my hand face down, please.
Feel good about that?
Is the deck now, is it face down?
Yeah, it is.
So you can see the back of the cards there?
Yep.
Okay. This next part I have to perform in silence, if you don't mind.
If I've done this correctly, the 5 cards I've dealt to the table will be a royal flush, all diamonds. So the 10, the jack, the queen, the king, and the ace of diamonds. If you can turn those cards over for me, please.
That is the king of diamonds. That's the 10 of diamonds. That's the queen of diamonds. That's the jack of diamonds. And I think it's really, really likely that that's the ace of diamonds.
I'm now feeling, because I'm watching Penn and Teller, I'm feeling now I know how to bust people. I'm looking all over the place. I couldn't see anything. I'm assuming it was something to do with this, but no, you can't see anything with that. So that's you're completely blind with that. There's like someone inside and...
It does make it difficult, obviously, because I can't see anything. So,
have you been tempted, shall we say, to use these kind of skills in an actual poker game?
Not something I can really talk about.
That's clearly a yes, then. Remind me never, ever to play with you. Okay, the fellas are now looking at the cards here. Before we go over there, let me just ask you, are you confident, or do you think they might know what's going on?
I won't be surprised if I haven't fooled them, because I know how intelligent they are.
Despite the way they look.
You know, now that I think about it, maybe he did fool.
Daniel, Penn, take it away.
Okay.
Wow. I think we might be more impressed because we know what you did. But I'm just going to say to you that a dear friend of mine, Jerry Camaro, did the move that you did when you were dealing out the cards. And he used to go around teaching it to people. Yes. And his move was so perfect. He would teach it to magicians and they could never learn it. And the reason they could never learn it was he had spent 14 years in prison for murder 1 and practiced every day.
Right.
I have never seen anyone who did not do hard time in prison do that move you did to pull those out that well. The way he got the royal flush of diamonds from the shuffle deck onto the table is, I've seen people equal to that move, but I've never seen someone do it better. Beautifully done.
We've got to get back to the open jail before 9 o'clock. So we didn't fool Penn and Teller, but you gave us a great performance. Thank you so much. Mr. Daniel Madison, ladies and gentlemen. Fabulous, wasn't it? Don't go away, as after the break, Penn and Teller will show how they turn a simple card trick into something really spectacular. You won't want to miss it.
You could win a trip for 4 to Las Vegas to see Penn and Teller perform live at the Rio All-Suite Hotel and Casino. The prize includes 4 nights accommodation at the hotel, flights courtesy of British Airways, plus £5,000 spending money. For your chance to win, just answer the following question correctly.
If you want to come to Vegas, just watch carefully. All you got to do is let us know what color handkerchief Teller made disappear. And you can win a trip to come to Vegas.
Is it A, red, B, white, or C, blue? Call 0901 293 2020. Calls cost no more than £1.03 from BT landlines. Calls from other networks may be higher and from mobiles will be considerably more. Or text A, B or C as your answer to 60330. Text costs £1 plus 1 standard network rate message. Red button viewers can enter by pressing red now or enter online for free at itv.com. Entrants must be 18 or over. Entries made after lines close at 10 a.m. on the 2nd of July will not be counted but may still be charged. The lucky winner's name will be announced on the ITV website.
Welcome back to Fool Us. Well, we've had one act tonight for Penn and Teller, which means he gets to play Las Vegas. That's fantastic, isn't it? What an incredible... Really great. But now a treat for you to close our show. Ladies and gentlemen, they've been performing together for over 35 years, so I should expect they're pretty good by now. Would you please welcome on stage with one of the tricks that made their names? It is, of course, Penn and Teller.
Card tricks, but there's one problem with card tricks, and that is card tricks seem to us to be intrinsically wimpy. And we got a card trick that changes that up a little bit. It starts like every other card trick with a card being selected. And how about you, woman 3 rows back in the red? Now, Teller's going to riffle down the deck. And while he's riffling, you just yell yo or stop or whatever people say in England. So you're just going to riff right down the deck. Just yell it out.
Stop.
Okay, now that's the card you selected, but you all look at it, and now Teller will lose that card in the deck. Nicely done. Now I have here 2 silver dollars, American silver dollars, not worth very much, but they're still totally opaque. I'm going to put this, nice move, man. I'm going to put this silver dollars right on the adhesive tape there, man. Your elbow is not like a foot. It's a good thing you aren't. Yeah, we'll edit out cool, whatever you want to do. But it's wish I were sitting there when you did that. Oh, yeah, I think everybody saw it. I think everybody saw it. What? Excuse me, ma'am. Pick the card. You think the card you selected now is lost in the deck?
Yes.
Ma'am, what I'm wearing right now is it's a costume. It's wardrobe, okay? So I got nothing in the pockets except stuff to make the tricks work. But backstage in my dressing room, I'm sure I have, in my street clothes, I have at least $100 in, 100 pounds in cash. Would you be willing right now to bet me 100 pounds of your own money that Teller has no idea where that card is in the deck?
No.
Beg pardon?
No.
In other words, ma'am, this isn't going to surprise you very much, is it? No. So the instant that Teller did that horrendous move, you knew the card wasn't lost in the deck, right? And yet when I looked you in the eye and asked you, human being to human being, is the card lost in the deck? You responded, yes. And it really wasn't until hard, cold cash entered the picture that you backed down at all. Is that right? Now, a lot of people wonder why magic works. And the answer, sitting right there wearing a ring. Now, I want to stick up for a little bit, okay? This is not a moral issue. I feel certain that if Teller had been, chainsawing a puppy, you would have at least raised your hand and maybe cleared your throat, right? It's just a card trick. You don't care at all. So I'm going to take that card you selected. Now I'll cut it into the deck. Then I'll give the cards a shuffle. And now that card is lost in the deck, right? Of course not! Use your head! No matter how nice and sincere I pretend to be to you, and how mean I pretend to be to this man here, my first allegiance in the world is to my partner, and if he wants the card on top, that card stays on top. You can do this whole thing again, smooth, huh? Do this whole thing again. I'm just going to riffle down the deck, and once again, you just say stop.
Stop.
Okay, right there near the middle. That's the card we're going to use. Now, that's the card we should really remember. Forget about that other one. Now I'll do another false cut and a false shuffle, and the card is ostensibly lost in the deck, right? And now I'm just going to take the coins here. I put one on his upstage eye and one on his downstage eye, and one more right across the middle to stick it to his greasy little head. There we go. Now, ma'am, you know about shuffling deck of cards and everything? Just take the card, find the card that was selected, look through it, and then just lose it in the deck. Just look through, shuffle it, make sure it's lost in the deck. Would you please, ma'am? Just shuffle it right in there, make sure it's lost there. Excuse me, ma'am. Yo, ma'am. Yo, yeah. Let me explain something to you, ma'am. Your only sin, if it could be called a sin, is you're a very nice, polite woman. So I'm talking to you. See what you're doing? You're looking me right in the eyes. And that's the way you should always deal with another human being. But when you're dealing with a scumball like me, keep your eyes on my hands. All I did was, while you're looking in my eyes, I just levered the top card off, pushed it in my palm, then I handed you the deck with the same hand. Now you were checking out this hand. And that's why only a putz would palm with his hand. I handed you the deck with the same hand. Take it. Now watch this, watch this. I bring this hand out and show you that hand empty because this hand looks like the seal boy. I can talk to Buick behind that hand, okay? So I'm just going to actually give you this card right there, the one that was selected, and now really do lose it in the deck. Shuffle it right in there. Shuffle. Yeah, now it's lost in the deck.
Shut up.
Cool. Here's your cards, Mr. Teller. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? Oh, you want? You want? A blindfold. Opaque silver dollars, adhesive tape, Teller cannot see at all. Right down here you're peeking, right down by your nose. You can see. Hello, hello. Just move these around. Okay, way not cool, man. Way not cool. Wait till I get it all set up. Now you go. Now you go. Now you're set. Go, pick it up, pick it up. And is that your card? The Queen of Hearts. Is that your card? It really isn't? No, seriously, is it a card? It really isn't? Are you even going to remember your card. Who's that your card? The 6 of clubs? The card right there, the 6 of clubs. There it is right there, the 6 of clubs right there. I'm just going to say one thing, ma'am. I had to be fairly rude to you, and I had to be kind of embarrass you a little bit and stick the card on my forehead and stuff. And I have to do that to get the audience on your side and against me, so they not only accept the knife going through my hand, but indeed have them praying for it. And since you were such a good sport and so pleasant, you can call me a sentimental old fool, but I'd like you to have this.
I'd just like to say, no hands or handkerchiefs were harmed in the making of this show. Join us again next time on Fool Us for more of the same. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.
Next time on Penn and Teller Fool Us.
See these? No, you don't.
So I was part of this.
Well, you were part of this. You are the perfect Patsy.
Well, ahead of next weekend's semi-final, our 5 stars really need to master the art of the aria tomorrow night. Pop star to opera star continues at 8 o'clock, but next tonight.
Really, our couples couldn't be in better hands. You've got a beautiful wife, and it's a mystery to all of us, but she seems to love you.
That's the marriage ref on the way in just a moment.